did I write this?
Brought to you by the record button.
Welcome to Why Did I Write This, the podcast where we read terrible writing so you don't have to. I'm Harmony.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Beth.
And today we are going to be sharing some of our old poetry with you. To start off, we are only doing our own writing. We're not going to be mean and bully others. So we're just going to...
By others, do you mean each other? Because that's going to happen regardless.
Oh, no, I just mean like strangers. We're not taking strangers writing off the internet.
Are you sure
Not
about
yet.
that? Listen, I just have some creative writing stories that I have found that I'm just really embarrassed and excited to read. But I had a good grade in that class. Thank you.
That's fair. My poem today was not written for a class, and I'm guessing dates back to middle school, so it's been over a decade now.
Ew.
Oh gosh, you want to know the title of this poem?
Of course.
It's called Alone.
Oh, starting off strong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, tell me how alone you are.
I don't know if it's me or like a different character in this, but we'll get into it. She's alone in her world. It's a blank slate of white, where no one's alive. There's only one left to die.
What?
Her world is filled with darkness, but the insanity has filled it with light. She's alone in her world where no one can hurt her. She killed them all off in her mind.
Oh. I thought you were just going to say you killed them all off.
There's nothing to live for, no one to love. Her life is a blank slate of white. She doesn't even realize what's going on until it's too late, because they've all died in her mind. Her insanity is what keeps her alive.
Who is dying?
There's no way she was going to die. There was nothing alive, no humans, no life, nothing but her. When you're alone in the world, you have no control of what your mind might do.
What?
She's alone in her world where no one can save her.
She like alone or not?
She has superpowers, that's fine.
Okay.
She's killed them all off in her mind. Her insanity is what keeps her being the last thing alive in her mind.
Did you turn this in?
No, I told you, it wasn't for a grade.
Listen, I have short-term memory, okay? Oh.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Okay, listen, we've all had those moments.
Where you've killed everything in your mind?
Okay, okay. You know those poems where you're just you're in your feelings and you're like, I just have to put this on paper. Or you just have like a rhyming scheme going on in your head.
Yes.
And you're like, I can make something beautiful out of this. And then you do, and then years later you're like, what is that?
Yeah, especially considering my rhyming scheme seems to be she's killed them all off in her mind.
Oh, okay.
Just that line over and over again.
Listen, I have a poem. I have to find it. It's called Reject.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And I thought it was clever at the time, but I wanted to make it into a song. That did not happen. I'm not a #1 selling musician yet.
I love the keyword yet. You have such high hopes.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
We love
telling me
confidence.
you're no longer the manager/lyricist for the Rockin' Butterflies?
Not yet.
Which, FYI, for all of you listeners out there, that is the band that I made with some of my friends at the ripe age of 6 years old.
It was like 2 of your friends.
Yeah,
That's not some.
it's close enough.
Okay, well, let's,
Are we done roasting Harmonies, or do we need
do you
to
feel
Oh, well-
thoroughly roasted?
I mean, I think, you know, if you got anything else left to say, you can say it, but...
I just know that I've been there. I'm not gonna judge too harshly, but I'm still judging.
I'm just confused. You lost me after she killed off everything.
Yeah,
in
okay,
her
so
mind.
Okay.
what is the backstory of this?
A great question.
Why did you write this?
Like I said, I'm pretty sure I wrote this in middle school, which was, you know, when you're in middle school, that's like height puberty, height emotions, depression
angst.
depression likes to creep its way in. So I think I was just depressed because, you know, people weren't always the nicest to me. So instead, I think my brain was like, here, let's just pretend that no one exists anymore.
And you killed them.
Yeah,
With
but
their mind.
just in my brain, though.
Okay.
Just in my brain, not literally. I wasn't trying to hurt people.
Well, I have 3 poems. They're relatively short. And I wrote these in my 10th grade English class. And so I wrote these because it was an assignment. I want you to pay attention to a particular theme, at least in one of these. You could tell I had a slight obsession with a certain band. So,
no, boy.
The first poem is called I Am. It's an I Am poem. I am a music-loving freak.
I see.
Woo! Okay.
Great start.
I wonder why John Lennon was shot.
Oh.
I see a magical mystery tour. I want to meet the Beatles. I am a music-loving freak. I pretend that I'm married to the Beatles.
Oh.
Woo.
Oh, God. Oh, I feel their hugs.
Oh.
Oh.
I worry about who will die next.
Is it Paul or Ringo?
I cry that my favorite Beatle died. My favorite Beatle was George, by the way. I am a music-loving freak. I understand that 2 are dead, and 2 are almost there. I dream that I'll meet the 2 before they die.
Okay.
I'm glad it's just a dream for you.
I try to go to their concerts. I hope that I get a hug from them.
Oh, no.
I am a music-loving freak. And that is the end of that first poem. So did you get the theme?
I think I did.
I think it's about
I think it's about you being a music-loving freak.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe liking the Beatles a little bit too much.
Oh, I thought it was about Catcher in the Rye.
You know, that book that you hate.
I hate that book so much.
I thought you were going to be talking about a different musical artist, so you really threw me for a loop there.
My Chemical Romance?
Maybe.
Okay, well, they come later.
Okay.
At this point in time, I had slightly moved on from my MCR obsession and was very much into Beatlemania at that time.
Beatlemania in the 2010s.
It happened! It fucking happened. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was my first poem. The second one, it's a cinquain. That's a style of poem.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Did we look it up?
I had to write it. I had to label each poem what they were before I turned it in.
Oh, okay. I was just
Okay.
making sure.
I didn't want to get yelled at by my teacher. So back in my high school, we had school uniforms, and so I was very upset about the uniforms. And so here I go. Uniforms. Stupid. Pointless. Wasting. Stealing. Unwanting. No one likes them. Jail.
Oh, man. You know.
Snaps. Oh, that spoken word. Question, how many years did you have to wear uniforms?
Okay, I started wearing them in my sophomore year, so 3 years.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Okay, but they were like so restrictive on like what you could wear, what colors you could wear, what kind of pants you could wear. It was
Ma'am, I went to Catholic school for 8 years.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have even stricter uniforms than our public school did.
Yeah, but we're a public school, that's the point. Oh, okay, and
Oh,
my last poem, it's dedicated to Harmony.
Oh, no.
that is me, just a reminder.
Yes.
I am sitting right next to her on
Yes.
this couch.
And in case anyone's confused, she is my sister. I don't know how old she was when I was a sophomore. It was like 2010, so you do the math. So, bio poem. Harmony. Weird. Smelly. Stupid. Freak.
Jeez!
So loving.
Sister of Ariana and Josh. Lover of candy. Video games, Wii. Who feels
Specifically the Nintendo console.
the Nintendo Wii, yes. Who feels lazy, passionate for games, need to ruin clothes? Who needs to stop eating chocolate, a shower, brush her teeth?
Damn!
I'm so mean.
Man, I'm supposed to be roasting myself, but I'm roasting you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You must have pissed me off.
Apparently. It just existed, man.
Who fears loss of entertainment? School, chocolate goes extinct. Who gives me a messy room, a headache, lots of dirty laundry? Who would like to see Ringo? More friends, endless candy. Resident of our hometown,
So,
Wilson.
question. Do you mean who would like to see more friends or who would like more friends?
Who would like to see more friends?
Okay.
And
one of those was
Ringo.
meaner than the other. That's all.
And endless candy. I'm
I
sorry for roasting you back then.
Ah, so rude.
I didn't
You
take you.
you really just like went for it.
didn't
I
realize
turned
you
this
love
in.
chocolate
You
so
turned
much
that in.
either.
You got a grade for this. Did your teacher say anything to you about it?
Of course not.
So rude.
I'm sorry. I had some unresolved issues, apparently.
Yeah.
Bad?
Still, okay, listen. It's fine.
You're right.
Alrighty, Beth. It seems like it's your turn.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Back in the good old days, Avril Lavigne was my queen. Okay.
She was everybody's queen.
She was. She still is.
Oh my,
But-
she's my girl.
I don't know. I think I took a lot of inspiration from her for this one. He's kind of fat. She's kind of thin. He's kind of... Stop it.
He was a skater boy. See you later, boy.
I told you I took inspiration from her, alright? He's kind of out and she's kind of in.
Oh god.
You need to stop. She's kind of sweet. He's kind of nice. She ran for class pres, so he ran for vice. It doesn't seem like a possibility that they could fall for each other. It's just not right, just not tonight. But it's clear they've got a thing for one another. She's always on time. He's always late. She takes forever. He never waits. He plays piano. She wishes she could. He never practices when her mother wishes she would.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? I know you say Avril Lavigne, but it also has Taylor Swift vibes.
You know, you're honestly really right.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, I just know how to rhyme, okay? That's all I had going for me.
I'm
hey,
proud of you.
listen, you could absolutely have published this in like the early 2000s
I'll be
and
your
made
band.
hundreds.
I'll be your band
Oh,
manager.
thanks. Well, the good news is there's more, okay? It doesn't seem like a possibility that they could fall for each other. It's just not right, just not tonight. But it's clear they've got a thing for one another. Is that clear yet?
No.
Okay, great.
I need it at least one more time.
Oh, well,
maybe
it
twice.
comes twice. So, music's her thing, sports are his. He wants to stay single, and she would maybe want kids.
Oh.
Her parents are strict. His parents don't care. He likes apples, and she likes pears.
That
I love to know their favorite fruit.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
important.
It's so important.
if you
For-
don't like strawberries or pears, that's a deal breaker. I can't be together with you.
Oh, it doesn't seem like a possibility that they could fall for each other. It's just not right, just not tonight. But it's clear they've got a thing for one another. Oh, they waited so long. Now it's not there. He's dating some girl with prettier hair.
Oh Lord.
She finished school, got sent away to graduate from Ohio State.
Were you just trying to find something that rhymed?
Yeah. Yep. Saw him again with his new wife, wish she had stayed in his life. Oh my god. It didn't seem like a possibility that they could fall for each other. It wasn't right. No, not that night. And it was clear they had a thing for one another. Oh.
You know, guys, I think that they might have had a thing for one
No.
another.
They went to different schools. She went to
Oh,
Ohio State.
Gosh, you're right. You know, how could they have ever possibly had feelings for each other? One of them liked pears and the other didn't.
Told you, fruit is a deal breaker.
Fruit's a deal breaker. Yeah, that's what I got for you on that one. I didn't even title it.
You know, just title it by Avril Swift.
Avril Swift?
Avril Swift.
Taylor Levine?
Yeah. I think we have time for at least one more poem from you. I see one.
No.
Are you sure?
It's sad. Like, sad.
But I'm sad.
No.
Is it a recipe?
No.
For disaster?
Oh, probably. Probably.
I can read it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's do that.
I'll read it.
You can go ahead. You can
I
read
didn't have
it.
very many things to read, so...
There you go.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Thanks for taking one for the class.
Oh, no. Okay, from the title of this, I can already tell this is going to be a little bit of a doozy. It's okay. We've all had trauma.
Say that.
Broken home and broken bones.
Oh boy.
Okay, I need to clarify. I grew up in a very loving home, so I don't know why I felt the need to write something like this.
You probably just went through that one phase where even if you had a good childhood, you want to like
Probably.
feel like you didn't.
Yeah.
Probably.
My parents made me do my homework.
I just want to make it clear that no, I was not broken at home, okay? Oh,
I'm glad you cleared that up.
I am too.
Okay. Broken home and broken bones. I slowly trudge up the walk, not daring to make noise of any sort, to the edge of the path, up the stairs, to the door. I silently peek inside the window. He sleeps, drunken once again upon that cursed sofa. Another of his days, wasted. I slowly open the door, as not to waken the demon.
It's a demon spelled with an A after the E.
I will read any and all typos,
Go for it, man.
no matter what, okay?
Oh, go for it.
I grab an apple, a bottle of water, and the cordless phone.
Oh man.
Wow, thanks for dating us.
I was gonna say, what was my obsession with fruit in my writing?
Oh, God, okay. As I retreat to the safety of the upstairs attic, for this is the only room with a window that cannot lock, my only escape from this living hell.
Oh wow.
This is really deep for someone who had a happy childhood.
I know, that's why I'm confused why I wrote it.
The daemon has woken, bringing with him all his fury. He does not listen, and yet does not speak. He does not protect, and yet does no major harm. It looks like a bruise, as if one ran into something, disguised by the plastered smile, and jokes telling of the uncoordination. All seems well. Slowly risen, slowly dying, slowly healing, and slowly trying. Desperate for an open escape. Trying to formulate a way to survive until the time is right to fight. Until the time is right to fight. That's a good lyric.
Thanks.
I have to make it another night. I have to show him wrong from right. I have to make them see the light. No more tears, no more pain, no more playing of this game. No more playing of this game. I'm gonna run away. Through the darkness, through the light, through the daytime, through the night, covert, undercover, secret type. I have made it through this strife. I have yet to get new life. I have yet to see it done right, lied to, used, abused. Only some of the many few words that were used on the news. I'm alive. Barely, not even spelled correctly.
Bear is in the animal.
But still breathing. I made it. I survived the broken home and broken bones.
I
When you first started, it sounded like Michael Jackson in that first set there.
you.
Woo.
I just really like the concept that after everything, a bear just, like, showed up and saved this person in the poem
he just
from their
waves.
from their traumatic experience.
Listen, I gotta say, this feels like it had some Carrie Underwood vibes to it.
You were inspired by something. Were you watching something or?
Okay, I feel like I read a lot of, like, books at the time that had to do with teenagers going through trauma.
Yeah,
and
okay.
abusive families.
Is this your answer to why you wrote that? Because
That's what I'm gonna make it be my answer.
oh, okay. Because if you had a good childhood, I'm just.
I think I did, but trauma does weird things to you.
That's fine. You know what we do with those? We just eat them.
We eat the trauma.
We digest them and throw them away later.
Okay. Yeah, that seems about right.
It's okay.
Well, did y'all figure out why you wrote what you did?
'Cause I needed therapy.
Because I had a school assignment.
I also needed therapy.
We'll get to the points where you can tell I needed therapy. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
I mean, honestly, you can kind of tell them there too, so.
Oh, with your roasting poem? I said I was sorry.
And, in any case, this has been Why Did I Write This? And I hope that you all also learned why we wrote what we did.
And hopefully maybe you can learn why you write the things you write.
I have nothing else to add to this conversation. I don't know why you're looking at me.
Just in case.
Then
Then I think we're Gucci.
Tune into the next episode so we can figure out why we wrote even more of what we did.
Oh my
Thanks, guys.
god. Bye.
Bye.
Why did I write this?